Alright, welcome back to Packet Tracer. This is Activity 354, Planning and Building an Enterprise Network. So, we just want to get this all set up. We have an ISR router for our new site for our business, and we have a 2960 switch on each floor. So we are going to set this all up with multiple VLANs, inter-VLAN routing, and VDP domains. So first we want to use the first fast Ethernet interface on the ISR router to connect to the last fast Ethernet interface on the floor 1 switch. There we go. Then we want to connect the gigabit Ethernet 1/1 on floor 1 switch to 1/1 on the floor 2 switch. It's going to be crossover going between two switches, and then connect 1/2 on floor 2 to 1/1 on floor 3. And then we are going to use this table to configure the ISR router floor 1, floor 2, and floor 3. So we're going to set the host name. We are going to set the enable password, set the password for the VTY 0 through 4 lines, and enable login on all 4 devices, and set the password for the console line and enable login on all 4 devices. Alright, so to get started, let's go to the ISR here. To do hostname ISR_RTR. There you go. And then we want to enable secret Cisco 123. Alright, so we've got the password in. We want to set the password for the VTY line 0 through 4. And the password is class. Login, so people can log in on that line. And then we want to move to the console line, do password class, login. That should be it. So that is router 1. So now we have floor 1, 2, and 3 switch. So we're going to get some notepad going here. And then we're going to want to do host name floor 1 switch. Enable secret Cisco 123 line VTY 04. Password class, login with console line, password class, login, and that should be everything there. So then we can copy this and copy it 2 more times so then we can change it floor 1, floor 2, and floor 3. So here's floor 1. We'll just take this whole chunk, see if this works. There we go. So there's floor 1. Here's floor 2. And then floor 3. Alright, so we're good to go there. Let's move on to the next step. This time we are going to configure the interfaces connecting the router and switches. So we are going to set the interfaces connecting floor 1, 2, and 3 as trunk ports. Alright, so interfaces connecting 1, 2, and 3 switches. Okay, so let's go in here. This is gigabit 1/1, isn't it? Yep. So interface gig. What? Okay. Conf t interface 1/1. So we go into the interface there and do switch port mode trunk. Okay. So we've got that first one there. Set the interface on floor 1 switch connecting to the ISR router as a trunk port. Enable the interface. Okay. Okay, so that's coming later. So let's keep going here. So this set is both of them 1/1 and 1/2 that we'll have to set up on this one. Switch port mode trunk. And now floor 3. What do we got here? 1/1 is what we want. Switch port mode trunk. Copy, run, start. So there's those. Now we want to set the interface on the floor 1 switch connecting to the ISR router as a trunk port. So that's FA24. Conf T interface FA-24 switch port mode trunk. I'm wondering if this wants me to do encapsulation on these. Encapsulation dot one. Switch port trunk encapsulation. Alright, maybe not. Alright. Next, enable the interface on the ISR router. Which is what? 0/0. So we just need to do interface FA 0/0, no shut. And that should get that connected. So next we want to create and configure 3 sub-interfaces on the ISR router's fast Ethernet 00 interface, and we will use this table right here and set the IP address for each sub-interface. Alright, so to get this started we want to go into the ISR router here, and we might have had to get rid of the IP address, but let's just do it anyway, just to be sure. So you'd want to set up your interface, the 0/0 here, without an IP address, because we're going to be replacing it with these 3 sub-interfaces. So to do that, we would just do interface FA 0/0 and just do no IP address. And no shutdown, which we've already done to open the port. So we can stay on the interface here of FA 0/1. No, we want to exit that. So from global configuration mode, to set up the sub-interfaces, we want to do interface 0/0 and then put a dot, and in our chart over here it wants .20. And I forgot to put FA 20. Okay, you see now we're in this sub interface command here. So we're inside the sub interface, so we can do a couple of things. Well, first thing we want to do is set the encapsulation to the .1Q. And then put the VLAN ID, which is going to be 20 because it's the .20 right there. And then assign the IP address in the chart 192.168.20.1 and the subnet mask. So then we can exit that, and then we would do it all over again. So interface FA 0/0.25 so we can go back through what we've already looked at and just change the numbers we need to change. So we've got let's not do that. We need to do the encapsulation first here. So it's encapsulation .1q, and it'll be a 2.5 on the end, and then we can get the IP address, same subnet mask, and the IP address just changes from 20 to 25. And we'll exit there. So now we're going to interface FA 0/0.30 encapsulation .1q30, and the IP address, same subnet mask, we just change the 25 to 30. So there we go, and we are moving on to the next step here. Now we are going to use this table to configure the switches. We're going to make a VTP domain with a VTP password. Okay, so we want the VTP domain to be site X. And we're going to do it number 1 as the server, and number 2 and 3 as the clients. So let's start on 2. And now we've got the password set up. If I can remember the password. Whoops. What did I set the passwords to? Cisco 123? Pretty sure that's what I put. Alright. Class. Class is the password. Alright, so we are on the floor 2 switch. And here's our Cisco 123. There we go. We were getting it. So in global configuration mode, we want to do VTP domain, and we are naming it site X. And then we want to do VTP mode client, and VTP password is Cisco VTP. Copy run start, and then we'll go to floor 3, do the same thing. Let's see, VTP domain, site X. VTP mode is client, and VTP password is Cisco VTP. I typed is. Okay. So then we want to go to switch floor 1, switch. and VTP domain, site X, VTP mode server, and VTP password Cisco VTP. All right. Next step. Now we're going to utilize this table to configure the VLANs from the VTP server. So we will go to the VTP server, which was floor 1 switch. Go to conft, and we want to do VLAN 20. Name it admin. VLAN 25. Name it management. VLAN 30. Name it finance. And then we want to add switch ports to the appropriate VLAN. So we want to configure the floor 1 switch so that fast Ethernet 01 is on VLAN 20. So floor 1, which is we are on right now, interface FA0/1. VLANs. Switch port access VLAN 20. Right. And then we'll go to floor 2 and interface FA0/1 is switch port access VLAN 25. And then floor 3, interface 0/1 FA0/1 switch port access VLAN 30. End, copy, run start. Alright, so now we want to connect PC0 to the floor 1 switch on fast Ethernet 0/1. PC1 to floor 2, 0/1. And PC2 to floor 3, 0/1. Fast forward time. They're all connected. Let's go to our next step. So using the command prompt, ping PC1, PC2 from PC0. So 25.101, 30.101. So that is pinging. Looks good there. And then .101 is PC2, and that's pinging. Looks good. So move to PC1. So that one works. Ping PC0 works. Pinging PC1 from PC2. And then ping PC0 is going to work. There you go. So we are at 96%. Let's see what we did not get right. Enable password on all 3 switches and router. But I did enable the password. I'm having trouble with Packet Tracer with enabling passwords. You can see if you're having the same problems. But you can, anytime this comes in right here, I type Cisco 123. Nope, this is the class, CLASS. It opens it. I go to enable, and this is when I type CISCO123, and it opens. So obviously I've put in the right password, and it says Cisco123 is the enable password, and that is what I've put in. So maybe that's an issue with Packet Tracer, I don't know, but I've put in those exact but it's not see the class passwords there are on the VTY in the console, which means the Cisco123, which I just entered, is on the enable, which is right. So I'm going to give that one 100%. Maybe some others have had problems with that, but I've seen that on a few. But that's all for activity 3.5.4. Thank you very much.